Old-time radio and me. I have not always treated old-time radio, that is, American Golden Age radio drama, with the respect it doubtlessly deserves. I really haven't. I will now explain why, and then explain what my balanced, informed view of old-time radio in fact is. When I was working in college radio, I had to produce a weekly show where I listened to old American radio plays from the 1930s and 1940s, and then selected 2 of them to repackage in a midnight weekend radio broadcast on the station. But I began to grow tired with the format. I guess I felt a bit exhausted and stressed out from commuting back and forth from the radio station to record intros, midtros, and outros in the studio, then cranking out new shows, then tackling homework and assignments from my college classes. It wasn't that I disliked the work, not at all. I felt privileged to have a job which required me to be creative. But I did begin to get an overdose of Suspense and Inner Sanctum, week in, week out. Because I am a writer and audio drama scripter, I just really wanted to get to work writing and producing and broadcasting my own radio plays. I was restless. I really began to detest those Golden Age radio shows after a while, if only because you begin to grow tired of things when you spend a lot of time around them. Familiarity breeds contempt, right? But at the time, I just didn't understand in what context these shows are meant to be appreciated. The night before I wrote this video script, I read the chapter in Eric Barnow's book, Mass Communication, which talks about radio. Barnow writes in that book that radio drama in that day and age is deliberately kept simplified, kept mid, I suppose you could say, because it was mostly consumed as a background medium while the listener was doing something else, like, say, driving a car, or making lunch, or brushing your teeth, or taking a bath. The producers of radio shows in that day and age knew perfectly well that if they tried talking philosophy or engaging in complex character development or interesting social commentary, the listenership of their stations would respond by turning the radio dial to another station. Not because they would find it boring, because it would be too exciting and thus the listener would be distracted from their work or their driving or their morning routine. The target audience of American Golden Age radio drama was not people who were avidly enthusiastic for art and literature for the sake of art and literature. Those people are and always will be a vocal minority. The target audience of American Golden Age radio drama was people who are busy working and hustling and surviving and playing. Radio drama is a thought medium for the common man, and American Golden Age radio was expertly engineered to cater to the common man. Now, what problem did I, your friendly narrator, have which made it difficult for me to regularly enjoy and like old-time radio? Simple. I am not the target demographic of old-time radio. I am not a blue-collar day laborer without a high school diploma whose worldview is defined by the Great Depression and the Second World War. Nor am I a 10-year-old boy from the same time period who likes comic books, baseball, and riding bikes. So, should old-time radio be of interest to me, an audio producer and de facto expert on radio drama? Yes, it absolutely should. Why? Because old-time radio has many lessons to teach, even if I don't always enjoy listening to it. What lessons are those? Well, I'll share just 3, which I can think of right now. Lesson 1. Don't be afraid to have a small cast size. Try writing radio plays which consist mainly of 2 main characters interacting with each other in an intense fashion. For example, an innocent young woman and a dangerous, sketchy man. Some people in the film world call stories like this big acting. Try writing a big acting script for a radio drama or audio drama. Lesson 2. Keep the story PG for once. A big problem with 21st century digital age audio drama is that a lot of the producers of these shows fill their productions with F-bombs and other obscene content as if they think that alienating all of the housewives and kids is a great way to win popularity. Try writing a script which is PG. That doesn't mean it has to be boring or trite. 2001 Space Odyssey, the Stanley Kubrick film, was rated G. Okay, and lesson 3. Use a first-person narrator. I will not drop this hobby horse, my friend. People today who urge you to avoid narrators are misunderstanding the unique strengths of radio drama or audio drama. Audio drama is the only broadcast medium where a narrator is expected. It shares that quality with print. Narration all allows you to channel and store up the emotions of the audience, and dialogue allows you to stimulate, stir, and provoke the emotions of that same audience. Use a first-person narrator in your script. It is as important as dialogue. Anyway, this video is getting a little long. I'll stop here. This is my 11th video on audio drama. Thank you for listening. I'm Levi Sweeney. Thank you.